Hi everybody, it's Keren here from tuppencecoloured.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. This is the card that I'm going to be making today. It's my husband's birthday tomorrow, so this is the card that I'm going to give him. 3, 2, 1. Hi everybody, it's Keren here from tuppencecoloured.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. This is the card I've been making today. Isn't it bright and cheerful? And it's an easel card, so when you open it, it stands up nice and politely, just like that. Very easy to make. Stay with me and I will show you how I did it. These are the things I'm using today to make my card. My card base is a piece of thick whisper white, which I've cut to 11 inches by 5.5, and I've scored and folded it at the 5.5 inch mark. I've got a square of Bermuda Bay, which is 5.25 inches on a side. A piece of Tangerine Tango, which is 5 inches on a side. And a piece of Daffodil Delight, which is 3.75 inch square. I've also got a scrap of ordinary whisper white and some scraps of Daffodil Delight, Tangerine Tango and Bermuda Bay. I'm going to be using the Birthday Blast stamps. I'm going to be using that particular stamp, and I'm going to be stamping with Bermuda Bay ink. I've got the bright enamel shapes and the Star Blast Thin Nuts. Here's my 11 by 5.5 inch card blank, and I'm going to score it at 2.75. Okay, and that is going to make the easel part of my card. That's going to fold like that. Let's get stamping. I've got my happy birthday mounted up onto my clear block, and I've got my Bermuda Bay ink. My piece of whisper white I have trimmed down to 2 inches by 4.75, and I'm just going to ink up my stamp. And I'm going to try and get this fairly centered. I'm trying to do this without getting the top of my head into frame, so excuse me just for a minute. And I think that's about where I want it, so I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that has stamped up quite nicely. I did have one I prepared earlier just in case it all went horribly wrong, and this one says wahoo, and I've just got a little bit of the leftover whisper white, and I'm just going to stamp that onto there. So that's all the stamping done, so now let's get on with the next step. I've got the square of Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to cut the top part of it away with the Star Blast dies. And I'm going to try and put that roughly halfway. Don't mind if it's a little bit above. And when I put this through the Big Shot, which I'm going to do in just a moment, I am going to use the precision base plate. I've tried it on just the ordinary cutting plate, and it worked, but it was a bit of a struggle. So I would say definitely if you have the precision base plate, then please do use it. And I'm also going to cut out a few of this shape in the scraps of card that I had left over from other projects. And that word wahoo that I just stamped out, I'm going to cut that out as well, with this little label shape that comes with it. So I'm going to go over to the Big Shot and I'm going to do all of that, and then I will come back and start to put things together. I'm back. I've done all the die cutting that I want to do, and now I'm going to start putting things together. So I'm going to layer this piece up onto my piece of Tangerine Tango, and I'm just putting little spots of adhesive here and there, and I'm just going to spread it out with my finger, just so that I don't get any blobs of glue on the front. And I'm just going to pop that into place until I'm happy with it. And having said I wasn't going to get any blobs of glue on the front, guess what? I've got blobs of glue on the front, but that doesn't matter because it's going to dry clear and we're not finished yet. Alright, now I saved all of the bits, the stars that came out of these pieces here, and I also cut another one in the Bermuda Bay, so I think that would look very nice layered up into the middles of these stars. So got my sticky picker upper here, which doesn't want to work. Okay, turn that one over. Okay, that's better. See, that works. That works just fine. Don't know why I didn't like that piece. Didn't like it at all. I don't know if you can hear noises off, but Misty is sitting next to me having a jolly good scratch. She has allergies and they're bothering her at the moment. Poor little cat. And she is also sitting right in front of the monitor, so I can't actually see what I'm doing. And oops, I've left my mouse in shot. Don't want that to happen. Okay, so we've got some of these other pieces as well. I'm just going to put them on one side just for a moment. And I also cut some of the, I don't know, the curly shapes, I think I'm going to call them. And I'm going to pop them. I'm just going to spread some Tombow on the back of my hand and just dip my pieces into it and just have them going kind of like the corners there. A bit of paper towel just to keep things under control. And I had a second one of those. Where's it gone? Ah, there it is, under my nose. I have had such a disastrous day today. I've been filming one other project. Whoops, there goes the cat. And I'm only halfway through it, and I've just given up for now. I will finish it, but I've actually had to restart it 3 times, and it's still not. It's still not as I would like it to be. It's still not finished, but I've just kind of decided that enough was enough for today. And I've just decided to give it a rest because it was not working well. Believe you me, it was really not happening. And I will finish it and you will see it. You will see it later this week. But at the moment I am just completely disgusted with it. I've decided I'm not going to play anymore. So I'm just going to dab these little stars into place here and there. You know, shame to waste them, isn't it? Okay, is that enough, do you think? I think I need one more. I'll have one of the, I won't use the big yellow star. I might save that for something else. Or I might just decide, do you know what, I've got enough on there. But that is looking nice and bright and cheerful, isn't it? That's coming together quite well. Okay, so this now gets matted onto the Bermuda Bay. Oops, my sticky picker upper is getting a life of its own, and that is now, that's vibrant. Isn't that bright? Love it. Love a bright card. Okay. Now this is my piece that I stamped up earlier on, and I've mounted it on to a 2 1/4 inch piece of Bermuda Bay, which is I think it's 5 inches. Yep, 5 inches long, and that is just going to sit on top of that like that. And as you can see, cut another couple of curly shapes, and I've put those onto the corners. And obviously, and those are in Tangerine Tango, which is a colour that I have decided that I have been neglecting for too long, and I'm going to use more of. So there's my decorative front panel, and that is done. I've burnished the fold well with my bone folder, and now I'm going to put my front panel on to my easel part. and I am just going to apply glue, and I'm not going right up to the edges because the front panel is slightly smaller than the card blank, and I'm definitely not going above that line. Okay, so when it's flat, it looks like an ordinary card, but when you open it, you get the nice stand-up easel shape. I want to put a stopper in place now, because at the moment the card has got a tendency to collapse when you open it. So remember that word wahoo that I stamped earlier on and die cut out with the frame, and I've also cut a frame of the from Bermuda Bay, and I'm going to try and stick these together with dimensionals. So I'm going to put a dimensional on that corner there, and I'm going to put one on this corner here. I'm putting them so that they're sticking to the frame but they can't be seen, and I'm working on my silicone mat so that they don't stick to anything. Let's have another one along here and one along here. So now when I turn that over, that is now sticky side up, and if I take my panel and align carefully, now I have my sentiment. It's all stuck together with the frame. So I take the backings off the dimensionals. Come on, off you come. There we go. And now I'm going to put that where I want it to be in the when it's in the open position, which I think is around about there. And I'm just going to center up that word. Oops, okay, so it's going to be there now. Maybe a little bit that way. And once I'm happy with the positioning, which I think I just about am, I'm just going to apply pressure, and that is it. Just want to put a few finishing touches, and I've already started. 3, 2, 1. Just want to put a few finishing touches, and I thought I would play with the enamel shapes. And I've already made a start, and I've covered up where I had the little pinprick in the middle of that star, and I've used one of the Tangerine Tango stars. And I'm just going to play with the other shapes now. And I think I'm going to use some of the Daffodil Delights here and there. So that's a nice one there. And one there, I think, just to balance things out. And we'll have a Bermuda Bay heart just over the I in birthday. So how's that looking? What do you think? I think I want one more yellow one. Just here, when it decides that it wants to come off the backing sheet. So here it is, all finished, nice and bright and ready to stand up on display on anybody's shelf. And this is actually going to be on my husband's shelf because it's going to be his birthday card. His birthday's tomorrow. So if you see him before then, okay, don't tell him. It's a secret, okay? Shh. So that is it for now, and thank you very, very much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if so, I would absolutely love it if you click the thumbs up button, leave me a comment, share this video, subscribe to my channel. I will be posting more videos very, very soon. And by all means, hop over to my Facebook page and show me a picture of what you've been up to. I really do love to see it. Or visit my online store. Details are below this video. But that is it for now. I do thank you very, very much for joining me, and I hope that I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.